What it do, YouTube? AK, Lord Commander of Not So Silent Sisters Guard here, cause I'm bored. Honestly, that's just the the basics of it. There's no great game plan. We just gonna talk about a little bit of tinfoil. I got these lovely gentlemen here with me, Lord of Last Hearth and Broke Black Man 94. Y'all know these two. They are no newcomers to the game. Let's get a little introduction going on. Tony, say hello to the folks.
Hello, people. She said it's Tony, aka Lord of Last Hearth. I'm just here on a Sunday. Nothing else better to do, so why not stream about some tinfoil theories?
That is always a good plan. BBM, talk to the people.
Hello all, David here, aka Broke Black Man 94 from House Broke, bringing it back to the old school days with the great house words, empty pockets on a blue jean field.
Someone needs to make that sigil, man. I don't remember who it was in the chat that came up with that, but that was
that was Eli.
Was that Eli? Eli Naris. Where the hell are you at when we need you, bro? We need to see that sigil because that sigil is awesomeness. Currently, there's only a few people in the chat room. Actually, Lady Timo, I believe, is reigning the chat room right now. Thank you for coming in, and I'm glad you got your glass of wine. I got my drink over here too. Don't judge us, y'all. We know it's early, but so what? Shut up. We're grown. And Timo's been on a black sales kick all day, so now we're gonna switch it up. No, The Walking Dead. No, we're not doing Walking Dead. Not tonight. LT Giles, what's going on, LT? The ladies' man himself. All right, so let's jump into some tinfoil. Tony, hit me up with one. Best or worst? Which just let us know which side this one's on.
Okay. Let's see. I'll say my best, maybe top tinfoil theory. Now, I don't really consider it too much tinfoil, but it is considered tinfoil. Tywin was poisoned by Oberyn, and that would be with Tywin was I guess given widow's blood poisoned by Oberyn when they were meeting. Well, I know in the book it talks more about them meeting up to eat together or whatever, but supposedly he gave him widow's blood in his food or something, and it's a poison that breaks down the bladder and the bowels, which made him stink so bad. When and him being on the shitter privy when what's his name? Tyrion, yeah, came up on him and shot him with the crossbow. And like I said, that was the reason that he stunk real bad. I really think that was real highly possible. Now, I think it shows more evidence to it in the books than it did the show. In the show, they did emphasize how bad he stunk and everything, but the books kind of lead more to that conclusion of this happening than the show does. But I really like that theory, knowing how Oberyn was really inept when it comes to poisons and everything. So I really buy into that one.
I do concur with that. That's one of the first theories I think I heard once I really started checking into the meat of this whole situation and what's going on. Let me give a shout out to Eli Naris and Lady Gray Area. Thank you both for coming to the chats and hanging with us. I really hope we don't bore y'all with our random tinfoil things. Let's see, BBM, what do you think about that one? That one with Tywin being poisoned, I think that's quite plausible. We'll probably never know, but it seems to fit the bill.
Yeah, I would rather see and find out that he actually was damn poisoned. Because when I first saw on the show, I thought, Tyrion was simply killed him when he was on the crapper. But then just hearing that he could have been poisoned prior to that, it puts a little bit more mystery to it.
Exactly. And, they say in that world, poison is a woman's weapon. But we know that Oberyn studied at the Citadel for a few years, and he is quite adept in poisons. And he doesn't see it just as being a woman's weapon. So I think that's right up his alley to do something on the sneak like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Since he was seriously going up against the Hound, and he truly wanted to kill Tywin more. Excuse me, the mountain. Yeah, keep it confused. But yeah, he retreated when it freaking killed Tywin, and if he was going up against the mountain, there's a chance that he actually would fail. He has to have a backup plan, if any.
Right. Exactly. All right. So you're up. You toss out something. What do you like? What do you dislike? I'm personally more interested in the bad tinfoils that are out there. But we'll wait on that. Go ahead. Toss one out.
Well, let's toss a bad tinfoil here. There was a tinfoil that I came across, and I was like, no, just no. Of all the fantasy stuff we got in Game of Thrones, you want to add this into it? So I have here, Roose Bolton is a vampire.
Is that part of the bolt-on theory that's going down? I think I've heard some portion of that before. Go ahead and explain it.
Yes, the house sigil that has been the flayed man, of course, skin his body. But I'm just like, you can't just put it on from there, Is it just me, just that only being the great example there, unless there has to be more? Because I did ask, was it always the flayed man was the Bruce Bolton symbol? But you guys were like, yeah, unless you guys can't recall.
Yeah, I mean, somebody in the chat, if you know different, let us know. But the flayed man has always been part of the Bolton sigil. Yay or nay? I believe it has been, but I could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Let me know. Tony, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen too much of the one with the vampire. I have seen the bolt on, bolt off one where they I guess he's either, I forget what it is. He's either the 13th Lord Commander or some sort of descendant from him. And this is why he looks the way he does. And he gets his body leached because it thins his blood. Because, when you die, your blood congeals and all that. Oh, crazy. I haven't heard too much, though, that vampire one. I don't think I've ever heard it. Matter of fact, I've always heard the one where he's either like a faceless man or he's buying his time so he can take Ramsay's face, and that's why they always say they got the same eyes and all this shit. I was like, I don't know. I think it is. That's probably got to be one of them up there crazy tinfoil theories. Because I don't think we've ever been introduced to vampires in the story. So.
And I know there's some crazy creatures out there. Like me and JD the Dragon did a video about crazy ass creatures in their world, but I don't think vampires are a thing there in any type of form. And just to recap, go back a little bit. You said you heard something about Roose being a faceless man?
Yeah, it was almost, I guess it was a faceless man slash that theory with the bolt on, bolt off thing.
Like the bolt on thing? Okay.
Yeah, them being the flaying skin and all that. I mean, who are the best skin flayers? They're faceless men that cut faces off, And I think it was something that went with that theory with the bolt on, bolt off one.
Wow. Okay. If that was a thing, I don't believe it is.
Me neither.
But if that was a thing, that'd be interesting to see what the faceless agenda on that was. Would he be considered another runaway like Arya, and he was just that good that he was able to, take somebody's house over and hide out as the Lord of the Dragon Fort?
But then they said too, that it wouldn't. Well, to me, anyways, I'll say I said that wouldn't give an answer to why, because supposedly he's been this same Lord for hundreds of years.
Right.
That wouldn't answer for why he's living so long. Now, if he was a White Walker or descendant of White Walker, that would answer that. But the faceless men don't live forever that I know of, do they?
Yeah, exactly. They don't. Hey, shout out, Tim. What's going on? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to pull one that was in discussion in the chat a little bit ago. Varys is a mermaid. Yay or nay?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I don't agree with that one. That kind of goes with one of the, I think my next one my top worst theory that I'm gonna tell when I do. It kind of goes with that. But yeah, I don't believe he's a mermaid or merman.
That's oddly enough, this is one. I'll say this is one of my guilty pleasure tinfoils. That Varys is a mermaid, and not necessarily a mermaid, but he could have ties to the deep ones. That's a bit intriguing to me, and I really want to see something with the deep ones in the story. I know we won't get it, but I love the idea that they are there, and we don't see them, but we know they're definitely fully in the story. We don't have these people walking around with webbed hands and whatnots for no reason.
Do you think?
Yeah, what do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony. What?
Do you think they might go into that in the book with the deep ones, or nah?
Probably not. Probably not, since it's winding down. I mean, for the show and for the book also, it's winding down, getting to the end of things. So I don't see that it would be necessary to talk about them much unless they're going to play some part in the grand scheme of things. And they've been in the background for so long, I don't see a reason that they would come back up. But who knows? Who knows? BBM, what do you think?
Well, ever since we've seen Varys show Tyrion, that kind of warlock dude in that box, I was like, okay, are we ever going to see some action, some magical action? So far, we haven't seen anything yet. However, this mermaid tinfoil got me thinking, like, what could it be, like, channeling his power to either become a mermaid or using it to become a teleporter? I don't know what. Well,
Littlefinger was teleporting all around the damn Westeros, and nobody said anything about that. So
yeah, but that's Littlefinger.
For all we know,
I wouldn't be surprised if Littlefinger has a dragon somewhere, and basically every time people see it, he just talks to them, manipulate them, saying, "No, that's not a dragon, that's a bird." I'm telling you.
Oh, let me run back to the chat here. Lady Gray Area just put something interesting up. Says, I heard the theory that the Long Night was the aftermath of a nuclear weapon, and the White Walkers are just a version of The Hills Have Eyes, and the story is actually sci-fi and not fantasy. Okay, I've heard snippets of that from Eli from Preston Jacobs. I don't know about The Hills Have Eyes tie-in with the White Walkers, but when you think about that, there's some plausibility in there, because we know that there's all these tunnels running around under Westeros. I happen to think it's one of my tinfoils that a lot of those tunnels are connected, and I do think that they were there for when the Long Night happened. People were living, dying, all in darkness. They had to try to get some type of warmth somewhere. Where do you go to get warmth when it's ridiculous cold? You go underground. Those tunnels are there for a reason. The great maze builders did that shit for a reason. We don't know what that reason is, so we can speculate. Preston happens to think there's a sci-fi story behind that. Will George ever tell us exactly what it is? No, probably not, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to matter too much. But I like thinking about things like that, so thank you for bringing that up, Gray. Let's see. Let's pull one off of one of my lists. What do we have here? Excuse me. Here's one. This isn't really one that can be proven just yet, but the Jojen paste, I think, is on one of my favorites list. It's not technically tinfoil because there is some evidence of it, but I don't know. I'm assuming you guys all know the Jojen paste. It's one of the most famous tinfoils that are out there. So do you think Bran was drinking some Jojen blood mixed up in that bowl?
I'll go. Yeah, I don't know. I see that it's plausible, I think, because of the fact that they get I guess maybe like that mixed in with some like weirwood stuff, give Bran strength, because I guess it goes back to where they used to like give offerings to the weirwood. They kill a man at the weirwood tree, and their blood would seep in through the roots, or they hang the entrails from the branches and everything. I could see, because if that gives the weirwood strength, you know, and then Brandon's strength comes pretty much through the weirwood, how he can look through all that stuff. I could see where it'd be plausible. Do I think it was? I actually lean towards it is and not, just for the fact that like when they get this pace for him. Then in the cave, he's constantly saying how they see bones everywhere. Like there's human bones all over the cave. And like something shady about Blood Raven and Children of the Forest, the cave. So I don't put it past them. I believe more that it is, because Jojen was dying anyways, pretty much. You know, and Jojen was all right with it. You know, he says all the time, like every time he was sick and they were on their way to the cave, he's like, it's not my time yet, and blah blah blah. So I could see even Jojen being like, look, you know, sacrifice me to Brandon. You know what I mean? But I could see, I point more in the direction that it is true than not.
Or let me give a shout out to my other not so silent sister that has joined us, T Baby, my girl, one love. BBM, why don't you speak on that for a second? You think that they're leeching off of Jojen, or is there maybe a partial leeching and he's mixing in some of that weirwood sap to go with it? What do you think?
They're probably leeching on Jojen, like from like what Tony said from the beginning. Like he said, it's not my time, and then all of a sudden they appear there, he's gone.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by a random theory that was just tossed out. Can you please tell me what you said again?
Yeah, I actually agree with what Tony said about how he said Jojen will keep on saying like it was not his time, and then by the time he actually appeared in the caves, he just suddenly dies.
Yeah, I think and to tie it in a bit with the show, like when Benjen saved Bran and Mira, Benjen was like, here, you know, you got to drink this blood because it'll help you with what you need to do. And I was like, oh, can we get a little more Jedi training on that, Uncle Benjen, before you just disappear into the sunset again? I need to know what the hell that's about. So I don't think that they took everything like that from Jojen, but I do think they leached some of his blood and then mixed it with some weirwood paste. Like it's almost the equivalent like drinking Shade of the Evening.
Right.
And before we go much further, I have to look at what has been in the chat. Timo, let me scroll up, y'all. Timo, what the hell did you just say? What was that about? Oh, Sam, there it is. R plus L equals Sam. That's actually someone's theory. I need more specific. I need some specifics on that theory. I've not heard that one ever before. I don't know who made it or where Timo heard it, but I'm gonna say no. That's like extra no. Why? How would that?
I haven't heard that one.
I don't even know. My brain doesn't even know how to interpret that at all. That makes no sense to me.
But that's kind of like the one like Eli threw out, the Danny plus Drogo equals Tyrion. I've heard that theory, but it hurts my brain to even. Like,
you know what? I was just about to call Eli a troll for that. That's actually a theory too.
Yeah,
someone said that.
Yep, I was just seeing it before we did the thing too, but I've heard it a while ago. It's the way it's broke down. It is real, like, hey, you know what I mean, intricate, like the way they make it. But I mean, it was just too much for my brain to handle.
Danny plus Drogo equals Tyrion. If I had a buzzer, it would be going off right now with a huge nope. And instead of the shame bell, I would just have like a nope bell. Like, nah, that's not gonna fly here. Not even a little bit. Can
I do one?
Yeah, go ahead, toss it out.
This goes back to the Varys thing and this one theory where Varys is really a woman. but not just any woman. He's Sarah, Illyria Mopatis's dead wife.
Oh, wow.
And that's why they work so good together, you know what I mean? And it kind of makes sense because Varys is really like, you know, with him smelling good and looking good all the time, like to the manly men of Westeros, he comes off more like a woman just by the things he does. And it would make sense, you know, with Illyria and him being so cool, and that Aegon, if he's a Blackfire, him being their son.
Okay. Fagon being a Blackfire. I've heard that. I fully agree with that. Varys being a woman. I have heard that. And yeah, that could possibly end up being the case. Maybe, you know, he is a master mummer. But I'm gonna shelve that on the not likely list. If he was actually a woman, him being Sarah, that one I hadn't heard before. Yeah, that sounds a little too extra for Martin's taste, in my opinion.
Right. I think so too. But it was just it caught my eye because I was looking. I was like, you know, I was trying to think of ways how it could be likely, and there was a lot of things that could lead you to that direction. Now, like you said, I don't think that's even out there for George Martin, but I could see, I was seeing like this different things pointing in that direction, and all we really have of Lyria's wife being dead are some mottled gray hands in a jar. I mean, he could have got them off any person with grayscale. So they don't necessarily have to mean that's his wife, but I don't really think I don't think it is that. But I've seen how things were leading into that direction. It could be.
Damn you, Timo. I should put you on timeout for that shit. I told you not to encourage this woman. Every time. Can we have one stream without the love affair of Ned and Drogo? Please? Just don't ask for a lot.
Oh, dang, that was one of my tinfoils.
You know what, BBM? I don't need you encouraging her either. I'll put you on timeout real quick. Just ask Eli. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be a stream without it.
Goodness. Oh, I cannot stand your whole existence right now, T. Seriously. Winter is coming, yeah, in more ways than one. Let you tell it. It's a family. You know what? I'm logging out of the chat. I'm not looking at no more right now because I can't with them too.
It's a family.
My sister's trying to hold me down. Why is it my sisters are in the chat? Fucking up. Damn. Cannot get away. Can one of y'all in there please help me? Gray area. You're good at wrangling people. Eli, you're supposed to be out trolling them, Eli. That's I mean, we know you as Eli the troll. What the hell is happening? You're slipping on your game right now, son.
Eli took a back seat.
Let me dish out a tinfoil to actually just drive us away from the madness.
All right, hold on. Okay, save that one real quick before we go on. Eli actually tossed one out, talking about the Arthur Dayne plus Lyanna equals Jon. I'm gonna say hell no on that. I don't know who came up with
Why
that
hell no
either,
on that?
but no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna smack that person on the back of the head because no. Granted, you know, incest seems to be a thing in Westeros, but I really don't think Arthur Dayne would have ever looked at I'm sorry, not incest. I'm thinking of Ashara. My bad. But when would Arthur Dayne and Lyanna been anywhere together except Harrenhal? And the time frame of them meeting then to the birth of Jon, just how would that even add up?
By now, I think whoever's been present at Harrenhal could have easily just impregnated Lyanna by now. Like, seriously.
I mean, that to let all this tinfoil be true, that's basically what would have happened. Like, anybody could have had Lyanna, and then, like, over a year later, she finally had the kid.
I would not be surprised if it was Littlefinger, like, to be honest.
Oh, man. Yeah, this tinfoil is weird. Damn it, Eli. You're supposed to be helping me, sir. I'm gonna have to put all y'all asses in timeout. That's what's going on right now. And for anybody that watches this later, I apologize because I haven't figured out how to get the chat on the screen just yet. I'm working on it. It's gonna happen at some point. But what's going on right now is Lady T Baby has been trying to get me to write a story about Ned and Drogo, and it is happening. I will oblige my sister. I told her she only gets one request a year though, because there's just too much. Y'all know the rabbit holes that T digs, and I don't have time for all that. So she gets one, and because it's this one, every time now she tells me about freaking Ned and Drogo. I get it, Taryn. Stop the madness. You're getting your story. Calm down. But BBM, you had one coming up, so please proceed.
Oh yes, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shade for saying this, you know, and it has to be one of my best.
It's about Cersei, isn't it?
Oh no, it's one of my best. It's one of my best. Not worse, not worse. But Arya is actually dead.
Ugh. Shut your mouth with that foolishness.
It has to be.
Shut it right now.
You don't blame me. You blame D&D on this one. For us not seeing her fight with, how you pronounce his name, Waif or something?
Yeah, I've heard that damn theory.
Yeah, like us not seeing that fight isn't like, I don't know. Could be possible that, you know, she just took the face of Arya and just like went on and started killing off all the people in her list. It's almost like she was just that jealous of Arya that she just simply became Arya.
Or she was the waif was so she missed her life as a lordling's daughter in Westeros. Isn't that the story she gives Arya?
Yes, and actually, I was just about to speak on that. There's another bit of tinfoil with that whole situation about the waif possibly being a Frey.
Yeah, I heard that one.
And that's why, like, there was so much hate, because, you know, faceless men aren't supposed to be like that. And, you know, when that whole thing was going down on the show, I think when we were doing one of our discussions, we had a Professor Diligence on there. And one of the things she said that I had also thought of and agreed with was, you know, when Jaqen was talking about, you know, well, a girl had many talents. He wasn't talking about Arya when he said that. He was talking about the waif, like, yeah, bitch, you did, but now you fucking up. So you probably about to get dead. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, I see that. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. She just, like you said, the faceless men ain't supposed to have all that animosity and jealousy and stuff like that. They're supposed to forget everything that they've had in their former life. They're not supposed to hold. It's kind of like what was that, Greg? I lost what I was gonna say. I forget what I was gonna say. But anyways, they're not supposed to have none of that. They're supposed to pretty much go around without emotion and feeling, and just they have to be focused on the job at hand, which is assassination at almost every time. So.
Yeah, like she was deep in her feelings about Arya. I mean, you see the smile on her face when she jumped off that wall. It's like, oh, I'm about to get you now, little bitch. Like, damn, really? Why are you going so hard against this girl? Because you know she about to take your place? I mean, why do you even care that much?
That's what I was going to.
What's going on, Alan? Thank you for dropping in, homie.
That's what I was going to compare it to, like being a Jedi. You know how like they have to have no feeling and emotion towards things. It's almost like the same thing with the faceless men. They have a job to do, and that's it. And it's assassination. Outside of assassinating your target, you ain't supposed to have no feeling toward the target itself or anything else.
Yep.
But speaking of Jedi senses, where was Arya's senses the moment when Wade was disguised as that old woman? I was like,
why the fuck was Arya just walking around enjoying the sunny weather, hands behind her back, looking like little baby Ned? Walking around like everything's okay with your life. No, it's not. You're not on that ship yet, girl. I swear, I thought that was going to be the big curveball. Wasn't Arya, because Arya's smarter than that. But no, that was her. And apparently, you know, she's fucking X-23, Westeros X-23, and all she needs is a night of sleep and a bowl of brown to get up and be able to go run a damn Assassin's Creed marathon.
I bought into that one hard too, because it's stuff.
I was like, nah, that's not my girl. She would never do that. She is not that careless. No, we were all let down. We were all let down. Tell what, copyright strikes? Who getting copyright strikes?
That's what I was.
You like what the hell you talking about?
Yeah, the wildling keeps getting copyright strikes to the point now he has like 2 channels.
Oh damn! Well, I saw he shut his other one down. So he's got, and he just started the new one. He's got 2 already. Damn, YouTube trying to go on Johnny. That's kind of fucked up. YouTube don't want a lot of us to be great anymore. Have y'all seen like the stats that like the real big YouTubers are talking about? How they're losing a bunch of shit because of the way YouTube's doing their algorithms now.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of them they'll have like massive increases in views and likes and all that, but then their revenue stream isn't going down.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit don't make sense. And then they're going hard at the people that are, they're trying to say are like putting out like, I guess, hateful speech and all that.
Damn.
Because a lot of
everyone has ad blockers, so
right.
Come on now.
Yeah, and have y'all noticed like a lot of the ads now that maybe 1 out of every 5 that I get on videos I watch, the little skip ad thing comes up.
Oh yeah.
Most of the time now they say, video will play after ad. I'm like, damn it, you ain't even giving me a choice no more.
Yeah. They're saying a lot of the big advertisers are pulling out, and it's going to cost Google like $750 million.
That's the thing. The last I actually read up on it, like Google still hasn't made a profit from YouTube yet. And honestly, if they keep doing the stuff that they're doing, forcing, the content providers' hands, they're not going to have YouTube to work with at all, is what it seems like is going to happen. But who knows? Who knows? Wildling, stay up, man. Don't let them copyright strikes get you. But let's go back to some of this tinfoil. Tony, toss out one.
Okay. How about I gotta go with Sir Pounce and the other cat that Tom has. They're gonna be the death of Tommen. And let me explain. Okay. Tie-in, but this is more. I'm gonna say this is more towards the book. I didn't think about that when I first started. But yeah, it's more towards the book. That Tie-in's coming up to take Oberyn's spot on the council. Okay, and she is gonna lace the cat's food with basilisk blood to make the cats ultra violent, and then they're gonna be the death of Tommen because they're gonna attack him.
Tie-in can be a very stealthy bitch. And I am not talking about that farce that was on the show real quick. Let me jump to the book for 1 second. The sand snakes are actually fucking legit cool as fuck. Badasses in the book. So I could see Tie-in coming up with some plan, but I don't think Tommen would even register on her meter right now. She's trying to go in and get, in between the cracks and pull something down that way. I don't think she would ever think to use the damn cats. Wow.
Yeah, because a lot of it points towards how like each one of the sand snakes has their own like special like thing they're good at, and Tie-in I guess is mastered in poisons like Oberyn did. Yeah. It was funny when I was reading it. I was like, and I'm there picturing in my mind Sir Pounce just clawing the shit out of Tom. I said that would be some good TV, boy. I guess it could have happened like that, but I mean, it wouldn't have been any worse than what the hell they did with Tommen on the show. In the grand scheme of things, I guess. But yeah, that's one of the cool things about the Sand Snakes, as far as the written version, is all of them have a certain aspect of Oberyn that they do very, very well. And that's one of my favorite things about them. With Tie-in, it's poisons. With, we don't know confirmed yet, Sorella is Alaris, but that's a tinfoil that I think is very plausible. She's at the Citadel studying just like he did. She's super smart like him, and she's also an expert with a bow. What's her name? Obara, the eldest of the Sand Snakes, she's an expert with the spear, like Oberyn was. So I like the little bits of Oberyn that we get to see in them. Yeah, they're a lot cooler in the books. Timo, you shaming Eli because of Black Sails. Yeah, Eli, watch Black Sails. I mean, I gotta catch up, but at least I know of the awesomeness. You gotta get that together, Eli Naris.
Okay, so BBM, which I give us a really bad one. Give me something to laugh at.
Let's see, which one did I have? Oh yes, Jon Snow will ride an ice dragon.
On the show?
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't happening. I wanted to laugh, man. I can't laugh at that.
Oh, for me it was funny. Like, of all things, a dragon. I think that's an excuse for almost anyone, like an argument of who's gonna basically have the throne.
Yeah, because we're
Danny, it's because of dragons.
We're all stuck on these 3 heads of the dragon. Yeah,
well, like dragons been around before that, and they basically been extinct. But then they come back, but they're about to die off eventually. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I think this ending, part of the bittersweet ending, anyways, is going to be akin to Lord of the Rings. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, Lord of the Rings was, happy or whatever, and like all the good guys got together against all the bad guys. And yeah, that did happen. But if you really look at the true ending, it was quite bittersweet. Yeah, everybody won, they saved the day. But at the end of it all, magic completely left the world. Like the elves, the most majestic creatures in that world, were gone. They left. That's when the quote unquote age of man started. And y'all know humans were fucking boring. That was extremely bittersweet for me. I mean, the hobbits, I don't think had too much longer. Eventually, they're gonna all die out as well. The dwarves, nobody hears anything from them in the later years, except when like Gimli died and he got to go to the place where the elves went with Legolas. That's about it. Like everything, all the cool creatures all dispersed from the world, and I think that's horrible. What spoilers, Timo? Because if you're talking about spoilers for Lord of the Rings, really, the book was out in the 70s. Don't tell me about no damn spoilers.
Early thousands or so, not thousands. And what, early 2000s or early 2000s, the movies. So
right, and the movies is almost a decade now. Come on, man. Cut that out. Cut that out with the spoilers. It is not my fault that you have not gotten your nerd on. That's on you. But anyways, all right, Tony, we'll kick it back to you. Give me one.
Okay, let's see. I guess we'll go with one a lot of people probably know of. High Sparrow equals Howland Reed.
Yeah, that was thrown around a whole lot before he got burnt the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I ended that one.
Real quick, let me speak on what BBM just said in the chat, because they're talking about some anime also. So One Punch Man is a Squirrel Girl of that world. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Squirrel Girl, if y'all don't know, is an awesome Marvel character, and basically anybody she fights, she defeats. Mind you, her only real power is, she can control some squirrels, which I guess is completely badass because she beats everybody. Are you representing House Retract now, BBM? Is that what's going on? You channeling Plexi? Watch Plexi show up in like 5 minutes, y'all.
Oh, yeah, I had to retract that. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. After 40 years, the spoiler rule does not apply at all. Get your life, Timo. Get your life. And I love One Punch Man too. But yeah, let's go back to that theory again. I'm sorry, y'all know the chat be distracting me.
Distracts us all.
The Howland Reed equals High Sparrow equals Howland Reed.
Yes.
And like you said, I kind of looked and seen how it could be, because how he was trying to hit the Lancers real hard, and he didn't want to anoint Tommen as the one true king of Westeros. But then, like you said, when he got all burnt up, that was the end of that one.
Yeah, well, that and Howland and Ned were around the same age.
Right.
He wouldn't be looking like some old ass man. I mean, I know living in the neck in the swamps is hard, but you have a damn castle that floats through that shit. You ain't living that bad.
Right.
So come on now. What did you think about that one, BBM? That one was a real hot one during season 5.
That Howland Reed is the High Sparrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. First, I just thought that he was like this other like high class person, but then to say it could be a Howland Reed, because everyone is like always questioning where in the world is Howland Reed And in all of this,
he is winning.
He could be in plain sight.
Howland is winning the world's longest game of hide and seek right now. He is winning. That's where Howland is.
But if he is the High Sparrow and the way he went down the High Sparrow,
yeah, because that just lets me think that, you know, he's definitely going to be wrecking shop in the book, but then he's going to get got. Mm-hmm. And as much as I dislike your girl, I really couldn't fault the game when she pulled that shit off. She took them all out in like one sweep. I couldn't fault the game on that. She was badass in that moment. Had that cool ass new armor gown that she had.
That shit was tight.
Looking badass. Yeah, I don't like her, but shit, I respect the game.
Did you see the pic with the new Kingsguard uniform?
Yeah.
Pretty cool too.
I am definitely looking forward to the upcoming season. I think there's going to be some fuckery that's going to piss me off because it's D&D, but I love this story, so I got to watch it.
Like, what do you think about, like, I know it's a little off topic, but what do you think about like this year with the whole leaks?
No, we can't do leaks.
I'm not talking about the leaks. I'm just saying, do you feel how the leaks how many leaks that came out this time? Like, do you think they just, why weren't they so militant about what they're keeping people from seeing and shit like they were this season? Like they said John wasn't coming back.
They've almost all if you have a drink, now will be the time to drink. T-Baby said your ass.
But seriously, if you thought that Jon Snow is now going to return,
yeah, right.
The words of Ramsay, you have not been paying attention.
Right. What would have been the point of the story if Jon really would have been full out dead and never coming back? Come on now. I couldn't believe that shit for a second. Not at all. No, there ain't no spoilers, T.
Yeah, that's my main point right there. Is like everybody knew that was happening, but they were so gung ho on trying to hide. You know what I mean? The filming from people, not letting people see anything. Had Kit Harington lying the whole year about he wasn't coming back, and then this year for season 7, it seems like they're filming outside, like so everybody can pull up on bleachers and watch them film.
Now, yeah, they always seem to have an issue with that. I mean, I think maybe the first season was when there wasn't a whole lot of that going around, but as they've gone on through the seasons, it's been like increasing in number. But I ignore all that because, especially this season, I've ignored a lot of it because I don't want any of that in my head.
Me neither.
Before I actually see the finished product.
And I try so hard, and then sometimes I'll be in something and it just pops out without any warning. I'm like, oh, come on.
Right. Hey, AU Pack Mule stopped in to say what's up.
What's up, John?
I don't know who AU is. I don't know what you're doing with your life. Head over to that man's channel and check out his videos. Hashtag fuck your Catelyn. Yes. Catelyn is the worst. And I'm not going to go into it now. Y'all have heard me rant before. I will shout out Order of the Green Hand, though, because they have like a whole series about why Catelyn is the worst. So go over to their channel and check it out, because Catelyn really is the fucking worst. Let's see. Who's got another theory? BBM, give me one.
Jorah Mormont becomes Azor Ahai.
I've been hearing that more increasingly, but then again, there's been like 30 people that I've heard over the past month that's going to end up being Azor Ahai.
Please, if I hear Sir Pounce becomes Azor Ahai.
That's a thing. That's a theory. You didn't know?
That's when I heard it, I was like, nah, you're joking. Then I was curious and looked it up, and I was like, actually made a video. Your time and effort to prove this.
Yeah, what's his name? I think Alt Shift.
I clicked like on the video.
He did a video on that.
Yeah,
explaining why people thought Sir Pounce was Azor Ahai. I don't know how that even came up. And I know a lot of people. Yeah, Timo, she thinks Jamie is Azor Ahai. I know Christina the Sphinx also thinks so. Lady Gray Area, I believe she also thinks that. I think Jamie's a piece of shit, and he's not gonna really get this huge redemption that everybody thinks he should get.
Jamie is a legend.
With legend, my
rose
ass.
from the
all
ashes.
he did was kill an old man that was unarmed. You didn't have to take the tagline.
He was mad.
Bruh. No, I get it. I get it. I know Ares had to go, but he could have done that in a very honorable way. Ares had no weapon, and he was an old, frail-ass, scared man. Grab him by the scuff of his neck, hold him down on the fucking floor, and wait until the people come in. They were already in the city. You knew they were coming. Hold him down, and then let him actually get the justice of Westeros rules. And then you wouldn't have been the Kingslayer. You would have legit been a hero for doing that shit. So whatever. No. I don't care, Timo. You can shame me all you want for the Jamie hate. I don't care. He's a piece of shit.
But it's true though. Like even though he was a frail old man, you have to admit, Alicia, now, frail old man or not, he still had that much power to still burn up everyone if he had a chance to. And he could have done it. Who the fuck was he giving that order to? No. Who did he give that order to? The pyromancer, right? Jamie shanked that fool. No, that was done. Who else was going to do it? No one. They were the only ones in the damn room. What did he have to kill? Stab him through the back, no less.
Right. He was trying to get away from you. He says right there he won't fight.
That's what I'm saying. All you had to do was hold that old ass punk ass dude down, and you wouldn't have had the shame in your name that you have. So shame me all you want, Timo. I don't care. Fuck Jamie.
I seen the thing with the whole Jorah thing, not necessarily him being a Azor High, but like using him as like a, like because he's got the grayscale and it really didn't get fixed, cured or whatever, and they just sent him on a full limb sprint right for the nice king, just because he's gonna die, or something like he's got grayscale so bad it's like armor, so they just send him straight on to this nice king, sprinting through the field.
Yeah, I don't know.
You hear some crazy stuff on this internet. Internet is not good for your health. I'll tell you right now.
The internet is the biggest troll of everything. And no, Timo, I don't think Jamie would have been called a bitch for not killing him. Not at all. He would have gotten the justice that he should have gotten. But you're a Kingsguard, dude. You don't kill the king. If you want to hold him down and wait until he gets tried at his trial and whatnot, you want to be the justice of the new king and cut his head off, then fine, go ahead. But you didn't have to stab him in the back the way you did. You had already taken out the pyromancer. That was the dude that was given the order. That guy didn't have time to yell out to anyone else. Jamie killed him, and that was that. That order was null and void because the only ones left in the room were the king and Jamie. Rationalize it all you want. The facts are the facts. Your boy's a bitch. Just saying. Right.
Well, I know that if it was Ned Stark who did that, people wouldn't praising Ned Stark. That's what I'm saying.
Shit, Timo, you will not be triggered. You were already triggered giving me shame bells. Cut it out. Oh, all right. Give me another one, gentlemen.
All right. Okay. Dario is Euron / Benjen.
Dude, Dario is like everyone.
Yeah, right.
I've heard that, I the very first time I heard that, I was like, how the fuck would Dario be Benjen? Is that plausible? I mean, Benjen has been missing for an awful long time, but why would he know anything about what's going on with Daenerys?
Right. Like I did when they did Dario and his Euron part, like I was sitting there trying to like put it together. And I'm looking at certain things. I'm like, okay, he could do this and like he could do that. And like, yeah, Euron was supposedly gone sailing the seas around Valyria and past there. So I could see where, that came, but the timeline just didn't seem to match up.
Not at all.
Now, Dario being Benjen, I didn't believe that one at all. Like you said, he was missing for a while, but I just didn't see it. Like, unless Dario is like a faceless man, and he, you know what I mean? And even then, like,
why would he be playing that game for so long though?
Right.
Like, for what?
Like, where does he benefit being Benjen at least?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just threw that one out there because I think that's been out there for a while now.
Eli talking about
Benjen being a faceless person, or
I don't know about that one, Eli. Not all of them were bad. They had some fuck ups, some doozies. I fully and firmly believe that, but not all. I'm sorry, David. What were you saying?
Saying that Dario or Benjen is a faceless person.
I guess if Dario was Benjen, I guess maybe Benjen would have been the faceless person. Which really doesn't make any sense.
Well, at least with that, we understand that why he suddenly just disappeared. So he just became a faceless person. That I don't believe. Nah.
Benjen's too much on his northern duties, man. That just would not go down. And it's definitely not going to go down how it was on the show. You know, Benjen is not cold hands. Benjen is either captured somewhere in the Lands of Always Winter, or he's up there getting his Jason Bourne on, collecting intel.
Yeah, you made a good point the last stream. Me, you, and him did, but how you said that it'd been cool to see the Lands of Always Winter through Benjen.
I really like his theory that Benjen's probably captured.
Yeah, that's gonna be a POV.
So yeah, those are going to be the eyes that we see in the Lands of Always Winter, and I'm really hoping for that, actually, because above all, I want to know stuff about the White Walker society. I mean, somebody's raising them kids when they get them from Craster. They don't just automatically grow when they get touched. They get turned into a White Walker. That's it. They still have those years to grow up and be trained. And we know that they do training sessions. We saw that in the very beginning with Waymore Royce. How they were treating him. Yeah. They clearly tell jokes because they were laughing at this motherfucker when they were fighting him.
Unless once they become once they get touched and become a walker, a white. Well, we all know different or other. But they're like no longer human, so maybe they can just, age rapidly,
Nah, I don't know. I think there's some tie-ins that goes all the way back to the Great Empire of the Dawn. Shout out Westeros history, y'all. Go check out that Empire of the Dawn video that they did with Lucifer Means Lightbringer.
Yeah.
Where these societies, they have very similar traits. Like if you look at the description of the White Walkers, how Martin described them, they don't look how they did in the show. They actually look like a variation of Valerians.
Yeah.
They're very pretty, just like how they did the Children of the Forest. I was really glad that D&D went back and they corrected the look of the Children of the Forest. Dark and beautiful is how they were described, not little pasty kid that looks like he's wearing kids on his head. That was horrible. So I'm glad they went back and corrected that.
What was I heard that because they said, I don't know if it was George that said it, but like you said, how they said they're like elegant looking and they have a civilization and a culture all their own. That they have a language, and he said it sounds like ice breaking. But there was a name they gave the language. I can't remember what it was.
Scroth or
I think it's something like that.
Sounds like that, yeah. And to us, it sounds like ice breaking. And if you compare that to the Children of the Forest, when they talk, it sounds like sounds of nature, like wind blowing or water trickling down rocks in a stream. That makes me think there's somewhere back in the lines, there's relations there.
Right. Yeah, I hope they like break it down a little more in the book. I know we're not gonna see that in the show, but at least in the book they break that down more because I'm so interested by because something that they always give you snippets of or a little taste of, you want more of, and it's just how it is with the White Walkers. Right.
Eli just put out like one of the best tinfoils. Tinfoil. We will see the release of A Dream of Spring in our lifetime. Yeah, that's some epic tinfoil right there, Eli.
You ain't lying.
We'll see if that comes true.
I've already made myself to believe that I will never see the end of this book.
Alan said no. Both books are out under different names, never to be found. That's damn. That's diabolical. I hope that's not the case.
I heard this thing where they said that what was it? The Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring were going to be released at the same time because that's why it's taking him so long.
Oh, if I would jump for joy if that.
I would love it. Don't get me wrong, because they said like, all right, if you look at it this way, there was 500 pages of material that he couldn't put in the Dance with Dragons. That's supposed to be in the Winds of Winter. So that's basically half a book right there, one of his books. So it's like, what? I don't understand what's taking the other 500 pages so long.
Here's hoping. And if that happened, y'all wouldn't see me for a good month or two. I'd be in there reading, taking notes, putting things together.
I hear that.
Okay, let's get back to some tinfoil. I got one. Talisa, have you guys heard the theory that she was a Lannister plant?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
That she was there specifically to try and distract Robb because Tywin knew Robb was his father's son. And I say his father is quote unquote his father's son.
Yeah, with the honorable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard it. I bet my thing is if that was to be like, I wouldn't think that they would do that just as a show thing. I would think there would be a similar plan, if not the same plan, going in the book too. So,
well, they do kind of have. That's another theory for the book version is that Jane Westerling, like they're related to the Spicers, I believe, and the Spicers apparently have beef with the North, so they've been working with that being a thing too. But that's nothing confirmed, you know.
Right. Yeah, I could see it in that case if it turns out that that the Spicers Westlings were out of the same plan in the book. But yeah, because when they have the talk, like her, the mom, Jane's mom, the Spicer, has the talk with Jamie, and it seems like she was knowing of what was going on and the way she was talking to Jamie.
Right.
So I could see it. I mean,
yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. It'd be very interesting. I would like to see how that went down. Let's see. We are actually getting up to the hour mark. I think we're just a tad bit over. So, BBM, why don't you give us a good one to close out to?
That Tyrion.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. I just saw what you put in the chat, and I need to shout.
Oh, but that's facts. You know that's facts.
I just seen that.
This fool just said Robb and Tommen have so much in common. The pussy killed him.
So true.
Yeah, I can't fault that. I cannot fault that logic. Yeah, they got distracted by the pussy juice. All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, the tinfoil of that Tyrion is a Targaryen. That the Mad King either raped or had an affair with Tywin's wife, which is another cause for him, like kind of like hating Tyrion to begin with.
Yeah, I think that's like, I want to say I give that a 90% range on the true false range as far as tinfoil goes. I think that's exactly what happened. I think I don't think it was rape. I think Joanna and him actually, did the do, and Rhaella found out about it, and that's why Joanna got kicked. Because the queen was tired of him making whores of her ladies. And 9 months later, along comes Tyrion, and Tywin, knows, but he doesn't know. And like he said, he can't prove it. So I think all things point to him actually being part Targaryen. He does, and he also had dragon dreams when he was a kid, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was very fascinated about the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know. I think I'm more on the end that it could be the twins, Jamie and Cersei, just like you say with Tyrion having dragon dreams, how Cersei is obsessed with wildfire. And I think it would make more sense with them, because then they always say like how Jenna Lannister said to Jaime, like how Tyrion is Tywin. That is key. Tywin is Tyrion's dad. You know what I mean? And Tyrion's his son.
Gemma fully believes that, yeah.
Right.
And to look at it from her perspective, that makes a little more sense. The timeline actually syncs up better for Jaime and Cersei to be Targaryen bastards, if you really look at it.
Right.
And that would be, that would be an even bigger slap in the face to Tywin. It's wow. But it's also possible, you know, for twins to have different fathers. I mean, that's legit a thing. It's happened before. Yeah, look it up.
I didn't know that.
Look it up. Dead serious. So Cersei becoming the Mad Queen is Aerys' kid, and then Jaime is actually Tywin's. It's nuts. Biology really is such a complicated thing, and they don't have a whole great understanding of it in that world, so it's hard to really pinpoint things outside of hair and eye color. Yeah, I agree with you, Timo, that it would be completely poetic for Tyrion to be his only son. And while I do like the theory of Tyrion being half Targaryen, I definitely would agree that he is Tywin's only child. All right, so BBM, was that your last one? Just that one? We good? All right, I think we're definitely a bit at the little bit over the hour mark now, and Lord Commander needs another nap before the craziness of Once Upon a Time and the finale of The Walking Dead comes on tonight. So, gentlemen, say goodbye to the people. Tony, take it away first.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us on this discussion of Tinfoil. And you can catch me on my channel, Lord Last Hearth. Doing Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones related content, and do some gaming videos too, gaming uploads. So you can catch me there. And until next time, I'll see everybody. Everybody, thanks for coming out.
BBM.
Again, thank you, Alicia, for hitting me up, telling me about this damn stream. Love Tinfoil from any series. You just got to enjoy it. You got to love it. But yes, David, a.k.a. Broke Black Man 94. Always can find me on my channel name, Broke Black Man 94. Always changing, always growing, reacting. Live streams of Walking Dead. And when this Game of Thrones season, 7 comes out, best believe we're doing live streams too. The craziness. And hell, just how they have the why you should hate Catelyn Stark videos, I'm going to do why you should love Cersei videos. I'll be known for that. It's coming soon. Best believe.
All right, I can dig it. You know what? I support the fam. So, you know, I'm being there in the comment section, trolling, throwing shade, but you definitely going to get a like and some watches on that. Absolutely. So thank you guys. Tony, thank you for joining me. Me and Tony been trying to do this back and forth thing. You know, life gets in the way, so we haven't been able to do it every week like we originally wanted to. I think we might maybe have to cut it down to like every other week just to make sure, you know, we can keep our schedule synced up. But look out for the notifications. You know, we're definitely going to keep this going. It's going to be, you know, a different random subject every time, sometimes on his channel, sometimes on mine. We'll see how it goes. Definitely check out BBM. Both of their channel links are in the description. Please hit them up. Give them some follows and thumbs ups because they're doing really good stuff. BBM, like he said, he is all over the place. You know, with the reaction videos. I just saw him do a gaming stream earlier, and you know the kid's branching out. So show him some love. Hopefully, I can talk him into doing a reaction with me later tonight, so we can see what's going down
on
with
your
that
channel.
Walking Dead. Oh, you on?
Your channel?
Okay, all right. I didn't know. We didn't lock it in, so I didn't know if it was going to happen. All right, cool. We will definitely be back. Y'all see us in a couple of hours when that Walking Dead drama starts. It's the finale, so you know it's going to be a doozy. But keep looking at those notifications. Join us again. This was kind of my reintroduction to streaming again. You know, Tinfoil Thursdays was my thing on my last channel, but you know, YouTube be hating, and I had to shut that down, start over. But that's okay because we're here. Lord Commander is not going any fucking where. Neither is the NSSS. We'll see you guys next week. Well, you'll see me and BBM in a couple hours, but you'll see us talking about another random thing in a couple weeks. Smooches, heart y'all.
Later.
Out.